Hey crafty friends, this is a design team project / haul for scrapbooking with me. I did place an order for a few things, so I thought I'd show you those first. So I got this Kaiser Craft little pack of wood pieces. Here comes my associate. So I have the I don't remember what it's called. So the Betty something. Anyway, I have that paper pack and it's sewing themed. So I thought this would be great. And I think this was on sale. But I also love to use the little configuration box that comes with it. So for me, this is always like super bonus. So this is really cool. These were on sale, and these are little chipboard bridges from Blue Fern Studios. Layered iron bridge. Now, I got, and then I got a walk on the beach, and obviously I'm going to use this with my graphic 45 papers that I got at Scrapbooking with me, my beach papers. So I knew Scrapbooking with me had these, but I had forgotten. So when I saw these, I thought they were great because these are good for your small cards. You know, you can save scrap pieces in these. I also got this size, 8 3/4 by 11 3/4, and these I'll save my large scraps in. I'm getting ready to go on a trip to my mom's, and I'm going to take some of these because I printed out a bunch of stuff that I'm going to fussy cut, and so I'm going to use these to store my fussy cut pieces, and then my larger papers will go in these bags, and that's how I'll save and store all my future projects. And then last but not least, I really had to have this photo play Moments in Time, and this is the ephemera cardstock die cuts. 29 pieces. Wonder why they didn't just add one more and make it 30. But yeah, it comes with all of these pieces. I love it. I'm going to make a journal with this. Let's cut this open. I'm not going to open the 12 by 12. We'll just cut this one open and have a look. Really, really shabby, pretty peachy pinks. I'm not a peachy pink kind of person, but if they're mixed with the right colors, it works for me. And I love the green. So the peachy pink and the green. And then look at the pretty corsets. I saw this and I was just like, okay, have to have it. It may even not be a journal. It may be a mini album. Because I could see this. Oh, I love that. And then these are birds. I was just noticing. Looky here. Teacups. Luggage. Oh, is it on the back? There we go. It's on the back. I love it. Yeah, I think this is more likely going to be a mini album. So anyway, I thought I would share that with you. And now let's look at some creations. And first of all, let me show you what I used from Scrapbooking with me. I used the enamel dots for the Spring Market collection from Carta. I killed the whole stack. I think I have, this is what I have left. That's it. So, and then I did use the graphic 45 tag die. So let's have a look. Let's see. I think I made this one first. So let's have a look at this one. So these are all Gatefold cards, and there will be a tutorial at the end. So, this is a belly band So this slides off, and you can see that there's room in there for your card to slide in. So it's made of paper, and then I just added layers of lace and trim. I had these, I don't know what this is, but maybe it's supposed to be a flower, but I kind of thought it looked like a butterfly, so I added the pearls to kind of make it look like a butterfly. This is a sentiment. It's a cut apart from the collection, so it comes in the paper pad. All of the things my eyes have seen, the best by far is you. And here's my little enamel dots and my flower cluster. So then your card looks like this. It opens like this. And this is another cut apart from the collection. There's nothing above a mother's love. And these cards will be for sale. I probably won't list them till I get back from my trip because I'm going to be gone for a few days. I'll be back on Tuesday. I love this paper so much, and I loved this sheet. This also is just, it's barely on there. So if you didn't want to use this as a Mother's Day card, you could remove that. Then back here, we have the pull-out tag, the graphic 45 tag. And you could put a photo, and then you could journal on the back. And that just slides right into this little pocket slot. And then it looks pretty sticking out of the top. So you close it back up. Sometimes these belly bands can get, you know, you can make them a little too snug. So when I show you in the tutorial, you can just be aware of that. So, but you don't want it so loose that it just slides right off your card. So, and that's what the back looks like with the belly band on it. So that's card number 1. The second one I made is this one. And I really like this one. So obviously we have our flower cluster here. I use this cut apart from the collection and the flat back enamel dots. Live in the moment. And I'm sorry if you hear my dog snoring. These are some die cuts from a cupcake wrapper that I used on the next card. And I used the little leftover pieces to just embellish. So you want to slide this down because you can't slide it up the top or this will come out. Or you could pull this out and then you could slide it up the top. So that's what the belly band looks like. And then you can't really open the card because the flowers on the tag are holding it shut. So that's the tag, the graphic 45 tag die. And look how pretty. Oh, I just love this paper. And it has lines on it. How perfect, right? So, and then, you know, you could put a photo here, and this is solid colored, so you could write another note or document the photo if you want. So this also could be a Mother's Day card, but it could be an anything card as well. Live in the moment. Then I made this card, and I think this is the card where we made the tutorial, and you could kind of see that there's a little gap here. To me, it doesn't take away too much from the card. The other ones met exactly. I don't know why this one didn't, but anyway, my flower clusters I did on either side. This piece under here is a cut apart, and then I stamped that one. It says Happy Mother's Day. And my enamel dots, twine, actually this is burlap. I pulled these strings of burlap out of a big piece, and then I used this braided burlap trim. And this one can go either way because there's nothing impeding. And I'm gonna pull it down. There's the back. And this opens like that. And I love, 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 love it. Super love it. Then back here, this is where I use the cupcake wrapper. And again, a place for a photo. And then you could journal on the back. So that just slides back in the top. And if you're interested, like I said, in learning to make this style of card, it's a gatefold card with a belly band. Because there's other gatefold cards, other ways to make a gatefold cards to close, and I'm going to show you one in just a sec. But I did make my my belly bands just a teeny bit tight. I have a tendency to want to make them tight rather than loose because I don't want it to slide off. Okay. I'm just going to keep working on this because I want you to see that it does actually go in there. Even though it's giving me fits. There we go. All right, card number 3. All right, the last card I created differently because I had limited paper left. So I'm going to show you this style of gatefold card. And I used the tag die on the front. So you can see the shape of that. I didn't have enough paper to make this because this requires, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This requires 5 sheets of design paper to make these cards, 6x6 design paper. So this is what I had left. And I had some pretty coral lace that I used as a bow closure. I stamped this sentiment: a mother is who can take the place of all others, but those whose place no one else can take. And I used some little flower stamps around it. I put some little lace and encompassed it with pearls. I used this cute little clock that has a hole for the hole where my tag, you know, cuts a hole. And my enamel dots up top. And this just unties and then opens like this. And voila. You see a beautiful space to write your message. And again, I love the little trucks, the little flower trucks so much. And then it closes back up, and that is the back. So the lace goes all the way around the back. You could even put it, you know, I could have used that one last scrap and either covered up the lace, or I could have put it as a decorative piece and then put the lace across that. Actually, I wish I had done that. She's back. So anyway, I will leave my coupon code in the description box down below. I love it when you guys use my coupon code. It's important, and you want to save money, right? So I hope you enjoyed these. I hope they inspire you and that you'll make your mom a card, or you'll buy one of these to give to your mom. So like I said, I'll be back on Tuesday, so I will schedule these to list probably Monday. And Domino says hi, and thanks for watching. Head over to Scrapbooking with me and get you some great stuff. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Let's make a card. Let's make a gatefold card together. I have prepped all my pieces for this gatefold card, and we'll make it together. So first you want to have 2 pieces that are 6 by 9. You want to score it at 6. You could score it at 3. You know, 3 or 6 is going to be either way. So what we're going to do is we're going to use, let me get it, show you. Oh my gosh, why can't I not think of what this is called? Score tape. We're going to use score tape, and we're going to adhere these 2 together. So, put the score tape along the bottom, and then both the sides, leaving the top portion open. Okay, so you want to press that on really good. And then you want to peel this off. I have a little piece sticking up. I'm just going to fold that over. And then making sure that your top part is up. You want to meet up with, it's kind of good if you can do it like that. Okay. So now we have the base of our card. So what we're going to do now is I have pieces already cut. So this piece in here is 6 by 6. So you want to cut this piece 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I'm using liquid adhesive now. And you put it right there in the center. And then I cut this piece from the Spring Market collection. I love this piece. And this piece is really great because there's a lot of room to write your message. Okay. So then we've got, let's go ahead and do our back piece. Center that, and then, so this is, again, this is 6 by 6, so this piece needs to be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then this piece and the piece we put on the other side is 5 1/2 by 5 1/2, and that leaves you that nice little border. Okay. All right. Then we've got our little pieces here. So these two flaps are 3 inches by 6 inches. So these are 5 3/4 by 2 3/4. And all of these pieces are going to be that size. 5 3/4 tall and 2 3/4 wide. These cards are so easy to make. They look a little bit complicated when you look at them, but they really are easy. This is a really cute paper collection for this style card as well. I debated on whether or not to make easel cards with this collection, and I just thought they lended themselves better to these Gatefold cards. And the only bad thing about this collection is it's double-sided, and sometimes you really don't want to waste that other side, but you have no choice. So look how pretty that looks when it's open. So let's go ahead and do our other. I'm going to put this on first. A lot of times when I order a paper collection, I know what I want to do with it before I even place the order. But this one, I had thought about doing like a little small journal with it, but this is what I decided to do. And you could eliminate this green piece if you didn't want to go to that extreme. You could just use the design paper all the way up to here, but I like to have that extra border. Okay, so we got all our pieces put together. We've got our pocket up here at the top. Now we need to do our belly band. And this was, let me see how many inches this is. This is 2 3/4, and this is just the leftover piece I had when I made my base. You can make it as wide or as, you know, you can make it more narrow than this if you prefer. And that's all I'm doing is folding it over like that. Now, if you wanted to put a circle piece here, you could do that. And then just connect it here and connect it here. But I'm going to go ahead and use this piece. And this piece is a little bit off. Okay. And I'm going to use hot glue on this part just because I want it to set really fast. Go, and then we're going to do this side. And you want it snug, but you don't want it like massively super snug, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Because it does need to slide on and off. Like this. Okay. So at this point, I did not properly prepare. Okay. What did I say this was? 2.5. Okay, so this is going to be 6 inches wide. So you want your piece that's going to go over this side and over the other side, you want it to be 5 3/4. And this is 2.5. So you want this piece this way to be 2 1/4. So now we're going to take these two pieces. We're going to put one on the front and one on the back. Actually, I think we're going to put this one on the back because it's got the little pieces that you can kind of see. And I really prefer that to be on the back. See, this is right. You want it snug, but you don't want it too snug. Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I was prepping all this stuff, I forgot the design paper for here. And I do have, let's see what I have left over here. That piece is too small, but I do have this piece. But I kind of rather have something like that. So we started out with 2 3/4 or 2 1/2, and then 2 1/4. So now we want 2 inches here. And we started out with 6, then we're 5 3/4, and now we're going to be 5 1/2. Okay. I had set this piece aside for one more card, so now I got to figure out what I'm going to do on the other one. Okie dokie. And then this is what I have to put on the center of this one. And I do want to pop it up. So I'm going to cut some fun foam. And I don't know yet if I'm going to like put it, I might put it like that to where it's kind of above. But, you know, I basically wanted to show you the basics of the construction of this card. And now you know how to make the card, so you can decorate it any way you want. And I'm sure that you've already seen how I chose to finish up with the flowers and such, but there you go. That's how to make a gatefold card with a belly band. Thanks for watching, guys. Head over to Scrapbooking with me and get you some yumminess.